What's doing? Good morning. It's fresh and I'm freezing. It's a warm 8 degrees where I am currently at the moment, and it ain't warm. Right, let's see where we are. So I'll turn around. That's right, we're at Gworks. So we caught up with Nick and the boys at the Brisbane 4x4 show and had a chat with them and went through some of their gear. And Nick said, come on down, check out the shop. So we're down here. Alec and I are going to have a look around the shop. They've got a manufacturing shed which is a couple streets away, and it's a bit going on here at the moment. So we'll wander around, we'll show you what's going on. I'll take you to the manufacturing shed, I'll show you how all the canopies are made. And man, we quickly went there yesterday. We've been here now 2 days. Today's the second day. And the manufacturing side of things is just next level. We quickly went over there yesterday afternoon, and it's wild, the machinery they've got over there to make these things work. So we'll take you now to the fitting bay where they assemble everything and fit it onto the car. And I'll show you around and show you the cars, what they're doing at the moment and how they fit them. And then we'll go to the manufacturing side of things, and we'll go from there. Well, since we're outside and it's still sunny and it's still warm, like I said, it's 8 degrees and I can stand out in the sun, I might as well come outside and show you what they've got outside in the car park. So first is the Jeep, I guess. So Jeep Gladiator with their tub racks on top. So that's an option if you have a Jeep Gladiator. So you don't have to get rid of the tub, you can just have the racking. That's pretty cool. And we have, what's this one here? I think this is a D-Max. Yeah, so we got Isuzu D-Max. This one has the full, well, not full canopy, but this one's a tray with a half canopy. So you can still have a bit of tray at the back as well as a roof rack. So you can have a full rack on top, whether you want to store your stuff up there or on a rooftop tent or whatever. And then you can obviously mount, like they have here, you can mount the awnings off the side really easily. You can have them on the awning up there as well. Yeah, cool. Toolboxes. You have water in the headboard. There's actually a water tank down in there. I'll show you inside in a second. And then obviously your fuel goes on the other side. Big Z71, but Nick's been driving his mate's 70 ZR2 here. Whew. ZR2 is cool. So this is a new product for them. They're running at the moment, testing on this car. So they're just making sure it all works. But yeah, here's your fuel filling point, and that goes down to your hooks up to your main tank point. Toolbox, canopy, and still room on the back, so you can still run spare tires or if you want to run anything else off the back. But yeah, everything is the same. Roof rack on this one, water tank, storage, all powder coated, all aluminium. Yeah, wait till you see the fab skills these boys have. These are all hand welded. Yeah, wait till you see the fab shop. It's gonna be wild. 79 series for the 79 boys and girls. This one's got a half tray, half box as well, so you still have room inside and you run your spare wheel. And same sort of thing, toolboxes, canopy, water tank. The one side they've got at the moment is we've got a water tank under the tray. The guy wanted 60 litres, not 50 litres, because the headboard one is actually 50 litres. So they can run an underneath one and have more water if you want. But yeah, this one's got colour-coded doors. So you can have colour-coded doors, still run a rooftop tent. Yeah, you can do full canopy, half canopy, heaps of options. You have to check out all this stuff online. Just little details like these little infill panels to make it look pretty and make it look nice and tidy. Everything's powder coated, everything's alloy. Yeah, all watertight. Good bit of gear. Righto, let's head inside and we'll see what the boys and girls are up to in here and how they fit the canopy and a tray. So this is the Hilux we were looking at yesterday, how we helped fit the tray in the afternoon. So this is the road, and now we're going to mount up canopy on the tray. This is the full canopy, so we'll mount this up now on the Hilux. So Alex got a big responsibility here. he's done it before, mate. He's done it before. So it's still got to obviously fit boxes, arches, infill panels. So all that will get all filled in as you see in the other ones. This one's actually a dog box option. So it has, inside here will be a wall and boxing that all in. The good things about these ones, I'm going to ignore my eye, I've got a sty in my eye. The good things about these boxes is it's all interchangeable. So behind me, I'll show you in a second here, you change the door, you change the internal panels and it goes back to a normal canopy. If you want to go to a dog box from a normal canopy, you just buy another dog box door and the internal parts, and then you can turn to a dog box. You don't have to buy a completely new box. It's all interchangeable. So they have doors, panels, everything on the shelf here, and as I go to the manufacturing section you'll see there's more doors down here, and when I go to the manufacturing department you'll see that it's just everything is custom made from one sheet of alloy, and they cut it all out, they fold it, they press it, they weld it. Everything is done here in-house. This isn't Chinese, this isn't imported from anywhere, it's more made here in Port Macquarie, all by Australians in Australia. So it's another massive selling point. And if you have any issues, it's lifetime warranty on manufacturing defects. So lots of love for these canopies here. They're very proud of their product. I'm so stoked to be down here and have a look and see how it all works. So box is installed, it's nice and dark, but you can't see the box installed. Drill some holes through, lined it all up. These are your metal attachment plates, or alloy attachment plates that come underneath to the road. And canopy is installed. And then it's just a matter of running the wiring through. And obviously, if you're having any accessories, there's a couple over here I'll show in a sec, but there's all inner drive kits and lots of stuff inside. But the canopy is pretty much on, it's just the other bits and pieces now. So here's one that I was saying about the other stuff with the oil gear inside. So they've got their traveller kit inside, and a drive setup with a lithium battery, all on the backboard, all plumbed in, all wired in, ready to go. And then obviously you can have your fridges and kitchens and drawers and cupboards and whatever you want. Spare tyre hangers, ladders, so many accessories. You really need to head over to the website, have a look, and see all the different options you can get on these things, because I don't want to say endless, but there's lots of options. Yeah, and they're customizable to an extent, I guess, as well. Whether you want to take this one over here has a tank underneath. This is a 79 tray. So this is a 79 tray, but instead of having a tank in the headboard, it would normally sit in here. Actually have a 6-litre tank under the tray. That means is you get a smaller trundle, so you can't have a full-length trundle underneath because that's there. But it's up to you where you want it and what you want. But generally they run the 50-litre water tank in the headboard, so it's all tucked away. On the tools, fitting boxes.
No rest for the wicked,
no rest, mate, no holidays here, mate. No. You come just to check out some canopies and you're fitting them.
Easy as that.
Easy as that. Yep. The canopy is on and fitted. Now time for the magic. So we've got Alec on the install on this side now. He's had lessons, but this is the finished product on this side. So you have toolbox, one piece wheel arch, and a nice infill panel, so that gives you that nice completed look. In here you can run air compressors and things as well, so you can obviously run your power through and run it all through. But yeah, it's a completed unit on this side, and then if we can do paneling inside as well, obviously if there's a dog box, or if you're going to have fridge panel or kitchen or drawers, or so it all gets modulated as you go per the vehicle. So we're just now fitting on a spare wheel carrier, ladder rack, and we've got a jerry can holder on the other side here as well. So loading this all up. So you've got to get up onto the roof, onto your rooftop tent, or whatever you're running nice and easy. They also do boaters as well on the top, so if you're running a boat, you can have a boat load across the top, like a boat over on top, and they all boat through, all silicon sealed up, so it's all sealed and no water penetration inside at all. So that's spare wheel holder on. There's just going to be a rod coming out here to hold the wheel in place, but that's just basically how it works. The tyre sits on here, and you adjust this to the centre of your wheel. So whether you're running a 33 or 31 or whatever you may do, you can adjust that. Ladder rack is all on and done, and we're going to go jerry can holder here as well. So that's the back, all fitted out. Obviously these are all optional as well. If you don't want anything, you can run nothing, and you can run the rear door as well. It's a bit more of a custom order, but you don't have to. Or run any of these, or run all of these, or one of these, whatever you want to do. So this is the headboard tank I was telling you about before, 50 litres. and then that's your filler neck for your fuel, and that's the breather for the fuel as well, so that all tucks down inside the headboard. So that's your fuel filler, and it's all tucked down inside here, and then you can line that up with the tank adjust, and then this is, yeah, the water tank all inside the headboard. The water pump sits up in here, so it's all out of the way and protected. But yeah, it's all tucked in out of the way, and it gives you room. They're actually just fitting a trundle now, so you can see they're fitting full-size trundle, and it goes the whole way of the tray, so you're not missing out on half the trundle. Your full-length trundle comes all the way up to the bottom of the headboard. So, sick idea. And this is your water filler tank, so that flows running through to your water tank, and then they run the water outlet in the back corners on the side. We were talking about before, also on this side over here. When you're in here, generally, obviously your fridge and your kitchen and stuff's all going to be here. So if you had a water point in here, you'd be standing in the water puddle if you're cleaning or washing anything. So they run the water off the back. That way you can hose off anything you want to hose off yourself, washing or whatever. And then that way, if you're washing it all off, you're at the back of the trailer, the back of your canopy, not standing in mud. So they're thinking about everything. So the Hilux is getting some more stuff now. As I said before, this is a dog box door. So you can see there's a vent in the door, and actually there is a cover here with nut certs, so cover and go over and cover that up if you don't have a dog in there and it's raining, or you want to change and not have the dog box. You can have that covered up. And speaking of having a change of not having a dog box, this is what's cool about this product as well. It's actually modular. You can get a sealed in box as a permanent dog box, but this one's modular. What do I mean by modular? So it's a bit dark in here. I might have to get my torch so you can see. But that panel there, actually bolts in, and then it has a, I do. That one there has also bolts in, and then there's a back wall that bolts in into all these channels, and then in doing that, you can see where it bolts in here and here and up in the roof. You can contain this and make this your dog box. So that's how you can have different sections and section it all off. Again, if you don't want to have a dog in there, you take the dog away by yourself, put a dog box in, don't want it in there, take it out, sell it, change your business or what you're doing, keeps it all modular, so you're not set in stone to having just a dog box that you can't take out, and you have to change the whole canopy over. So it's just another thing they're doing to make these things super cool, user-friendly, high quality. That's all I can say, is high quality, super easy to fit, maintain, and modify. Looking forward to seeing more of these cool things over the next couple of days. So we've just, again, it's dark as shit. The back wall's gone in, and it's now all bolted in. So there's bolts in down the sides here. All this bolted in, and you have a complete dog box that's sealed off in the side. This lighting is shocking. When we get in the sun tomorrow, I'll show you. But then you can also have a divider here, which can be moved again because it's all modular with these little channels. You can move it, so if you have a small dog and you want firewood, or you've got 2 dogs, you can close it all off as well. I'll have to try and get a better lighting so you can see that. You might be able to see there, but yeah, the back wall's all in. I'll come around the other side. You can see probably better on this side of the lighting. There you go. Yeah, the panel bolts in the back corners. They put a bit of silicone around to seal it up so no dust and stuff gets through because of the window on the other side. And it's now half a canopy, but you've got all your dog stuff on this side and you've got your kitchen stuff on this side. Alright, so now we're at the manufacturing. So this is where they start with everything. They make everything from absolute scratch. From the guys in the front office who do 3D designing in CAD. Then it goes through to the laser cutting guys at the back, and folding and bending and welding. Let's go and have a look-see and show you how it all starts out and how it works. We've got air compressor noise over there, goes by a second, but it starts out with panels of alloy. These were massive panels here yesterday, and it goes into a laser cutter. The boys have just done a sheet now, and you can see these are obviously little filler necks that have cut out all around. So it all gets laser cut, cuts it all out, and every panel on the canopies, there you go, so you can feel the panel here, that's all sheets of alloy all ready to go. Every panel starts with something like that. So yeah, everything starts from just a piece of alloy. It gets laser cut behind me, goes on the racks here, all cut out with what it needs to be. So obviously name what they are, sides, doors, floors, whatever it may be. And and then it goes over to the folding guys, and then it gets folded up and comes out folded. I'll show you the cutter. This is the big dog machine. It's obviously not running at the moment, but you can see the size of the bed. It's huge. We watched this working yesterday and it was ripping through, and that's the next design they've got up. Obviously, see the shelf mount. They cut out as much as they can over one run, and they use about, I think Nick was saying yesterday, they use about 85% of the sheet. So the scraps they fill up, but generally 85% of the sheet's filled up with panels they can actually use. So yeah, that you can see there's little bits left over. And then we get all the big panels folded. They load them up, they just run the panels, and they rack them up in the rack. Yeah, so once they've done all the panels, they'll do a run of those panels, so they load them all up, have them in the racks ready to go, so then the fab guys in the shed next door, they come grab all those panels and put them all together. So basically have, let's say 25 panels ready to go, and they make sure they've got a flow of them. And they'll do the next one on the floors, and they'll do the next ones on the walls, and they'll do the next ones all the bits and pieces. So they've got a constant run of everything going on. So I'll try and keep out of the boys' way, but they've got some big dog machines here as well in the way of folding, and it's super cool to see all the shit they're doing. So yeah, here you can see the basic sort of the trundle drawer starting out. Yeah, there's that panel. Here grabs, thrown into the press bender, and they punch them out, fold them up. I've got to stand out of the way because the panel's getting thrown around. There we go, stand over here. Easy as that. This one over here, this one's a bit more apparently. There you go. So yeah, so this is the other bender machine. Saying it's all 3D loaded, what they want to do, and you can load in whatever panel it is, and it'll bend and do its perfect degree. So there's no guessing. Everything's loaded in from the CAD machines down through to here. So they literally load in whatever the panel is, they press the button, and it bends it to that exact degree. All welded and put together. The boys are welding together for the front trays down here now. So everything is welded down here in the small stuff. So yes, just all the small stuff gets welded down here, and then it gets moved up to the next section, which we'll go up and see. It's bright. And my bad eye is no good in the sun either. So come up here into the next shed. This is the big section. So boys are welding up a canopy all together. Panel grouse time. We're just welding up all canopies so you can see all the folds. Sorry mate, I'll make you YouTube famous. Excellent. But you know, it's all pressed in perfectly, so the butts all line perfectly, and the boys can just go through and weld up. So this is all behind the scenes sort of stuff. You can see it perfectly fit. Everything lines up. And as Matt would say, dime bags, baby. So yeah, it's good bit of gear, and we've got the best welders on the planet, and perfect welds. And you can then go from here to powder coat. So once it's done here, it goes over. They all go over to powder coat, and they get powder coated. And if there's a paint as well, you want a different colour paint on the doors or what have you, they all get done as well in a different colour. And then they basically keep all the stock here of all the bits and pieces they need to put together. So behind here too. Bracing, all the stuff's all here. Tray sides, same thing as well. We haven't showed you tray sides yet, but tray sides all here, all ready to go. Different obviously between American ones and the Japanese ones in length and sizes, but they're all same shape, just molded and fit and pressed to fit the different shapes. Oh, sunny on again. When we come out the back here, Terry, he does all the sanding, so all the panels get sanded. So the powder coat's got something to bite to, and there's no irregularities in the alloy, so we can actually have it bond to something. And you can see where he sands it all back and gets all pretty. And anywhere it's not quite smooth, he'll tidy up and clean up. Possibly obviously any scratches that get done in the way of getting folded and manoeuvred around in the fab siding. all get sand out, all the high parts get sand out, so you got a nice flat smooth surface, and she's all pretty. So we're here yesterday and this scrap bin was empty, and today it's full. So this was actually empty yesterday. Nick was saying they fill up about 2 a week. That's how much alloy they go through, but they do. I'll show you back again. Actually, the cuts are very, very minor. Like there's all small pieces left. Like, so they use 80% of the sheet. So it all goes off the scrap and gets recycled and gets all done again. And this place is wild. Like they started in this shed on their own, this little shed here, and then taken on the next shed, and then they've had to go get another shed. It's quite a big operation. It's not just a small thing. Like I said, it's all made here in Australia. It was all in Port Macquarie, so it's all made here. Nothing is imported. Oh, I lie. So they import the fuel filler caps and water caps because they're a custom design for them. But in the way of the actual canopy and how everything works is all made here, all designed here. The guys have CAD and stuff inside the office, and they just do everything up to suit the car that comes. They've got 3D scanners. They test it all out, they measure it all out, and then they can do some 3D printing on some small models as well to make sure it works. The attention to detail is the thing. So yeah, you can go buy yourself a $10,000 or a $5,000 or a $1,000 canopy from one of those ones that are imported, but they're imported, they're not straight, they're wavy, they don't line up properly, the floors aren't flat, they leak, you know, they crack, there's all these problems. You spend a bit more money, you get a good quality product, lifetime warranty on manufacturing defects. And talking to Nick earlier, like they don't have any issues, but if it is, it's because someone's crashed into something, but or loaded it wrong, or overloaded it, or bent something. But they'll still try and help you guys out and try and get it done right. So if you have a ute and you're looking to get a tray, this is the brand to go. I wouldn't look at anywhere else. I'm so stoked to be able to come down here and have a chat with the boys and check it all out behind the scenes. Yeah, this is really cool. Good morning. It's what day today? It's Friday today, so it's our 3rd day here, 2nd day of proper full install days, and today we have a Hilux. This one is just the normal style Hilux, not the Rogue like we did over here yesterday, and this one has just a tray. So this one's just a tray set up. You still get the water tank, you still get the trundle tray, but this one's just a bare tray. So you can have just a tray. You can add then, obviously, if you want tray sides. You can add the canopy on later. It's all optional. I don't know if I did tell you the other day about how modular these was. I think I said modular at 45 times, but these are very modular, where even to the point where the tray and canopy combos are all the same. If you get a tray without a canopy, or you get a tray with a canopy, the trays are the same. So they're very modular, like I said before as well. The actual taillights are bolted on separately and very well protected, so you don't have to worry about hitting your taillights damaging. It's actually recessed in. But if you do hit this during an off-roading, it unbolts and replaces. So you can replace just that if you need to. Also, the draw system here, this front panel can detach from the trundle tray, so if you damage any part of it, it's all separatable, and you can replace it all separate. So yeah, there's another little thing that they think of where you can just replace it easily. It's not hard, you can do it yourself. There's only a couple of bolts, as long as you get everything lined up. These things are cool. Alex helping out today, fitting this tray. They're just lining up fuel lines now. And then I don't know if this one has toolboxes or not. I think, but we'll at least have to do the mud guards and infill panel. Don't know if this has got toolboxes or not, but we'll get this one finished off, and I believe onto a Ram. They've also got a brand new next-gen Ranger here. This one's getting fitted out with all the cool stuff in back, inner drive and fridge drawer and all sorts of stuff. So I'll show you this now. So yeah, this one's getting all decked out, fridge, drawer system, all the gear, ladder, tyre rack, and then their drawers. So you can see there's still a heap of room in here. But yeah, if you want to have anything bolted on, it's all easy to do with spring lock tabs, front and back, super easy. This one's still going to have the infill panels and toolboxes fitted as well, obviously. But yeah, that's the Ranger, and then we've got the Ram here. The Ram's getting done out with this lane detection stuff, and then we're going to put the tray on its back and get everything plumbed up. These ones run AdBlue, so we need to run a second line for the AdBlue in the tank, so we're going to learn about how to do that. It'll be interesting to see how the American stuff works, and how, like, we've seen one obviously done, but it'll be interesting to see how they get installed. So I'll give the boys a hand, and I'll have a watch and a look around, and if I see anything cool, I'll film it and then give you a look. All right, so now the ram I showed you before, Alec and Craig are going to now throw the tray on the ram here. So it's this one's getting the works. This one's going to have a canopy with a fridge and EnerDrive set up and all that sort of gear. But the tray's now going on. It's a big dog tray. They're going to have obviously tray sides as well in this one, so it can be used to pull the canopy off, because all the canopies are, I'll show you in a second, all the canopies are, put legs on and pull them off. But it's going to be a big dog tray. This one's got AdBlue, so they'll run AdBlue lines in as well. They're just testing out the lane departure stuff here in LDAS or ADAS, whatever you want to call it, to make sure the angles of sensors are on the right spot, and if it all works and tests out on the test point, then they'll powder coat that the same colour, and that'll all work. And yeah, there's a big dog ram, getting a big tray, but I'll show you the jack-off points. So there's one here. So every canopy has these jack-off points, and then you bolt on the outside and you jack it off and leave it on the side wherever you want. You can have your rooftop tent on, you can camp on it, but yeah, everyone has, even the short trays, short canopies, they have the jack-off points as well. So yeah, they all get jacked off, so you can just have the flat tray if you want, or you put the canopy on and leave it attached. It's only held down by 4 bolts in the corners, so it's not hard to remove. And yeah, they're not glued down or anything like that. They're pretty all sealed up tight in the boxes. Alright, so they're just doing another thing over here I want to show you as well quickly. On the deck, I don't know if you can see it, but that textured finish there, it gives you that fine finish, a bit of grip obviously, and protection to the tray from the powder coat. They're actually doing it now, they're rolling it on. So they're actually rolling on the liner, so it comes up. This is obviously a brand new one, painted smooth finish. You can see there's a powder coated, sorry, not painted, but powder coated finish. Obviously still nice, but not that protected. And if you're using it as a tray, not a canopy, it's going to give that extra protection, and it gives it a nice finish. Gives you that bit of a textured finish, just rolling it on. So that's just another handmade thing done here that they do. It just doesn't stop. Also, I'll just quickly show you over the other side, is the boys have done the fridge and drawer setup in this Hilux that Alec did the canopy and tray on, and it's all done. So they have their drawer, Bushman's upright fridge, and again, this is all modular, so this doesn't have to be here. You can slide across. If I'm in your way, you're right, just kick me out. Yeah, so that can be slid across, this can be slid backwards and forwards, it can be on the other side. You can take it all out, it's just held in there with nuts in the tracking here, so you don't have to have it bolting the floor. There's no holes, it's all sealed, and you get, I'll try to do this one-handed. If you get a drawer set up, you get a sick little tray, and you can draw on where you've been. Another little touch. But yeah, this is all done, and you can also, I've just found out, there's racking up in here in the tracking, and you can have drop down drawers and things as well. Heaps of things. It's almost limitless amount of options these guys have. It's actual next level. This is absolutely crazy. Finish is beyond, I don't want to say perfect, beyond a high level finish. It's crazy. And yeah, handmade from a flat bit of steel, ends up like a canopy like that. And then all the accessories go in, and sky's the limit with what you want to put in it. You can obviously have EnerDrive, you can have whatever brand you want, you can do it all yourself. Rooftop tents and solar panels and all that sort of jazz, so heaps of things you can do. And I've got some hot tips that they're bringing out, some new stuff as well. Got to keep your mouth zipped on that one, but they've got some cool stuff coming out for other cars, and yeah, that'll be absolutely cool.
Is my hair looking nice?
I got that.
Oh,
I got that. We'll start our whole show out with that.
Oh, no,
with the Beebs. Beaver Dama, aka Alec.
That's me.
So we've been down here at the Gworks. You've been looking at things, seeing how things work, giving a hand where you can.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah, very impressed. I think it's all very good quality and goes together well, easy fits. Yeah,
all the hard pressing questions and all the usual answers, but
yeah. Oh, I mean, like, you know, it's a new product, and it's good to see it being done, because if we just go and fit something that, like, you haven't seen the process of it being made, you don't really. I'm bad at this shit.
I can cut and edit, it's alright.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, so it's so you've seen from where it starts out as a sheet of alloy all the way through to a final product.
Yeah.
You've seen all the behind the scenes stuff of how it gets made, where it gets made, how it gets fitted, and why things are there for what they do, basically. And it's not a schmozzle to bolt together, it's all pretty cruisy and easy.
Yeah. Yeah, everything fits up nice and as it should.
So if they made one for an N70, would you fit one?
Definitely.
Oh,
yeah, it'd be going straight on. It'd be my prized possession.
Same as the N80 ones.
Yeah. Oh, don't tell him that. Don't tell him that. NAs are way better. So yeah, so there you go. So Alex been here behind the scenes, just I've been wandering around touring, looking at things, and Alex been getting his hands dirty. They're not getting dirty because it's spotless, but you know what I mean. So he's been here working away, just doing odds and ends, just helping out and learning a bit about the product and how it works and how it bolts on. But yeah, it's super cool. They've got some things coming up, like I said earlier, they've got some things coming up which will be cool for everybody really, so it'll be interesting to see how that comes about. We'll definitely have to come down again and do some more tours and maybe check out more stuff at the shows they do. So I think there's a show coming up in Sunny Coast, Cleveland, as well as somewhere else, so I might pop down, say good day, and hang out with the boys for the weekend and have a few beverages and have some dinners and check out shows. But Nick's just finishing up what he's doing now, so we're going to have a chat with Nick and see what's going on. All right, so here we have Big Boss Man, the face of Gworks. I don't know why he's the face, because Adam's
rough.
Adam's a bit better looking.
Yeah, it's rough.
It's rough. You're gonna have to ignore the slurring. He hasn't had about 40 beers. He's had a couple of teeth out. We have 4 teeth out.
Yep.
He's had some 4 teeth out, so he's struggling in the afternoon, but he'll get through it, I'm sure. So let's go ask him some questions and see what he has to say, and we might have a bit of hot news off the back of this as well. Right, so who are you, Nick?
So I'm one of the directors here at Gworks.
Yep.
So we've been building trays and canopies for about 3 years.
Yep.
Yep.
And we're down in Port Macquarie.
Yep.
And so a question I thought of is, so I know Nick and I know Adam, but where did Gworks come from?
So basically, we looked for something that was easy to market, and Adam's last name is Gale, which he had a previous top company before that he was going to register as Gworks. So we kind of threw a few things around, kept coming back to the same old thing, that it was really easy to market.
Yep.
So with Adam's last name being Gale, Gworks, that's kind of how it worked, and we've just kind of run with that, and it's really it's turned into something that's actually quite big. So.
Yeah, it's cool. I like it. It's not just Nick's canopies or something like that. You know, it's really, really cool. So we've before you were talking about your new post, you're supposed to post up about headboard design, all sorts of stuff. I've gone through and shown everybody from the flat sheet of alloy to where it is now, what you can see here. What's some things that I may not have known? What's some things that you can tell us? Like you just literally what you said in that post. What's the point of difference that you have against, say, another manufacturer?
So if you look at us compared to some of the other competitors in the market, like it's a seamless design from front to back. So there's no gaps, there's no one size box fits all. It's tailor-made to the vehicle. So whether you drive a Triton or a 79, Ranger, Hilux, whatever it may be, there's a box that suits the needs of that vehicle, an infill panel that suits that vehicle.
Yep.
So it's that seamless look from front to back. Like how many brand new cars do you see come off the lot with gaps along the side of the panels?
Yeah.
So we try to integrate that throughout the entire piece.
Yep.
You know, obviously our headboard is a standout piece. That's how you know that's a Gworks product, when you see that headboard rolling down the highway. That's the first dead giveaway. You know, being able to use a sheet metal product and produce it rather than a rolled tube, you get those seamless from front to back as well. So we've tried to integrate that from top to bottom, basically. So that's one of the biggest things that we do. Obviously, you've seen our mounting system this week. It's just quite unique.
I haven't talked too much about it. I've seen it. I haven't shown it because I thought it might have been a bit top secret. So I have said it goes on really easy, but I haven't showed anything. I'll flip around. But from a fitting aspect, when I've been helping Alec and the boys doing the stuff, this mounting process that the guys have released here, like I said, I don't know if he's going to tell us about it or I'll have to show you, but it's all top secret at the moment. It's super cool, super easy, to the point where you don't need a fitter to fit it. Like, it just bolts on.
Yep.
Like, it lines up. I think we bolted the Hilux line was out by 2.5 mil. We give it a bit of a nudge and it's on. I've never had that before with a canopy of anything that we had to fit. So that's absolutely next level stuff. Maybe in the future you might re-release, or you'll have to keep it on the Gworks page. I'll release that. I'll drop the link in the description anyway below. But keep it on the Gworks page because it's next level quality shit. Right, cool. So we've got that. Got the headboard stuff. The trays are all cool. I've actually spoken about the modular design of all the taillights as well.
Yep.
So that if you break a taillight, hit a rock or something like that, you can pull it off and change it.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you destroy your tray, it's your tray, but down there's your first impact point usually, and other brands you can't do that.
So again, like, we've tried to incorporate how the car is manufactured to how the trays are manufactured. So, you know, you damage a door, you go to the panel beater, panel beater replaces the door.
Yep.
We've tried to do that the same with this. So that's how we get that multiple vehicle configuration relatively easy. So that's probably the biggest thing that we've done to try and incorporate the ability to do that.
Yep.
You know, having a standard production part, like, everyone talks about custom canopies and custom this and custom that. Custom's great, it's got its own sector of the market. But whenever you need to replace something in custom, it's pulling teeth, you're paying through the nose to get it done. Someone's got to try and recreate what they've already done. These are tried and tested, you know, they look good, or we believe so.
I guess if you break a tail light, you ring up and say, hey Nick, I've broken a tail, can you send me another one? You can put it in the post pack, send it away. If you've got something custom made or it's part of the tray, you're fucked. Like, you can't do anything. Like, you're stuck. You have to go back to where they are and get it chopped out and get it done. Any punter can change that in an afternoon with a few beverages and get it done and just line it back up again. It's not hard. It's super cool. So you're here based in Port Macquarie. You're doing a heap of new shows around Australia. I'll come around this way so I'm back in the photo anyway. So you're doing a heap of tours around from different, where are you going? Melbourne, Sydney, Toowoomba, Warho, Sunny Coast, when I'm going to catch up with you when you come up there. And I think you're going further north as well, are you? Or not yet, just staying?
So at this point in time, we're stopping at Sunny Coast this year, but next year we'll definitely start.
So I guess this brings us to the point, if you're only coming to Sunny Coast, why are you only coming to Sunny Coast?
Because I'm too lazy to drive any further at the moment. No, I'm too busy, to be honest. You know, it's one of those things, it's great to get out and about, but it does take time away from the customers that we're trying to service.
There's also another hot tip, which is top secret at the moment until he releases the post and we do our things. It's all been going on behind the background. Is Nick's reached out online, said we're looking for installers. I seen an opportunity, I knew the product already. I filled in the form, got a phone call the next day and said, hey, let's have a meeting. So we had an online meeting. I've head down to the Brisbane show, which you've seen in a previous episode, had a chat, met the guys, seen the product, and we've basically shook hands, and now we're going to be a licensed Gworks installer. So if you're wanting a Gworks product from a canopy tray setup, just a tray setup, any of the things they do, like I said, there's some things coming in the future I've spoken to Adam about that are going to be coming out. Any of that stuff's going to be coming out. We're going to be able to get it for you. It's going to be shipped up to us. You can come to Sunny Coast instead of having to come to Port Macquarie, and it's going to be the first branch point of Queensland to fit. And also Brent's going to be set out of Brendale. So you're going to have a bit of a display shop there. Brent's going to have his Triton decked out so you can see, feel, touch. So it should be an awesome thing for Queensland. I've got people who travel over from Queensland to see me anyway. So they'll be able to come, get a tray, get a canopy, get a tune, get a lift kit, all in one shop. And we're going to be fitting them all these great products. That's why we've been down here the last couple of days, just learning. So you'll be able to one-stop shop, come and get everything done. And I don't work with junk. This is the real deal. This is the shit. So we're glad to be on board and appreciate having the opportunity.
No, I think what you guys will bring to the table is outstanding for the customer looking to fit out their vehicle, being able to go to one stop.
Yeah, we were just talking about this before, like there's a D-Max here. So you can bring in something like this D-Max, drive out with a tray or drive out with a canopy. We can do wheels, tyres, lift kit, exhaust, tune in one stop. Like it may not be in your budget, but if it is in your budget, we can do it from pre-finance as well. Like you can pick it up at the dealer, they can come drop it off at us. We can get it all done, drop it back to the dealer. You have one finance bill. Nick's going to organise all the booking out and part stuff, and basically just shows up at my door and we fit. So it's just one easier process, and it should be easy. Should be cool, and you'll have a complete change over your car in one stop. You don't have to ship it to 6 different places, or ship it in Port Macquarie, and then come back up and go to your local full drive deal for something else, and go here for that.
Yeah.
It's going to be one shop.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Trying to make that convenience
Streamline.
point for the customer, because everything we do is about the customer.
Yeah.
So, I'm excited to see us get into Queensland. Obviously, it's been a two-stage process, like you just mentioned there. We've got a sales guy coming on for Queensland, so that people can touch and feel the product, because that's the biggest feedback we get.
Yeah.
That's why we're trying to get to more shows, so people can see it, people can, get underneath it, have a look, get over it, so you know that you're getting the value for your money that you're spending.
Yeah.
Because that's the biggest thing, making a commitment to a sale like this over the phone, not seeing something is massive.
It's not a $2,000 tray. Like, you buy a $2,000 tray online from one of those companies and import them, you'd run the risk.
Yeah.
Like $2,000, whatever, stick it on, it's going to work its purpose. And it serves its purpose. These aren't $2,000 trays. I'd seen them online, I've seen them on cars, I've seen them on Breeze car, all that sort of stuff. But not until I went to the show, and you see, feel, touch, and learn from you guys what the product was the next step. And then to be able to go through and just show you what I did before, where I went through all the factory stuff and manufacturing, it blew my mind that none of this is imported, none of this is pre-made. It's all done by the boys here. And that's why you're paying for it. You're not paying for something that's come on a boat over from overseas, the floors aren't flat and they leak, the doors don't shut properly, all those things. I don't want to talk about it too much. I'm pretty sure I've already said there's lifetime warranty on manufacturing defects.
That's correct.
And again, I haven't spoken to an attorney, but I'm pretty sure I've spoken with Adam and Sean that the warranty, I'm happy to cover that as well. So if something goes wrong and you're coming through Queensland, come and see me. We'll get it sorted. Like Nick and I can sort it in the background. That's not an issue. So you don't have to come back to Port Macquarie. We'll get it covered. We'll get you sorted. And again, I'm pretty sure I'm the first one, and it's not going to be the last one.
No.
So
correct.
the plan is, obviously, I guess you can tell me, but I'm guessing you're going to want to go south as well.
Yep. Australia-wide.
So Australia-wide.
That's the plan.
Yep.
So we have been putting the feelers out there, and obviously, it's a premium branded product, so we're trying to match ourselves with
you don't want a backyard bob fitting it. You want to have someone that's got like-minded, same process. So if anyone that follows me is, I have plenty of people that, when I say my competitors, but in the same industry, reach out, talk to Nick. He's a top bloke. If you do what he wants you to do and he can bring it on, I'm sure you can have a chat, come up, see the place, make sure you click and get along, and he wants to expand. So go Australia-wide. He doesn't want to fit them here anymore, I'm pretty sure the story is. Obviously, if you're a local, I'm sure they'll probably think about it unless they get a local store.
Yep.
But the idea is to manufacture here, put them together here, and then ship out Australia-wide so they can just keep getting more product out for the customer.
Yeah, so we can focus on manufacturing more items and assembling more items rather than getting stuck in the day-to-day
data of fitting out.
Yeah.
I was speaking to Adam earlier, the other owner, and he's got some great ideas coming out, not just for ute backs and all sorts of, there's some things coming. So if we can free up their time to do R&D, it's going to be better for everyone involved. So.
And you've had the chance to go through the manufacturing facility, there's 1,001 ways you can make a product.
Yeah.
What we've tried to do is get the best of the machinery that we can possibly get our hands on. So we're not using routers and handbrakes and things like that.
Yeah.
The quality of product that we produce starts at those machines.
Yeah, 100%. Like I said, I went down and the laser card wasn't working at the time, obviously, but you could see the laser card, the folders, the guys just press a button, it folds it to the same degree every time. Yep. And it's all there on the computer. They literally gets drafted down from the CAD drawings, they press a button and it folds it to where it needs to be. You can't get more precise. Yes, it's handmade and there can be some intolerances, but it's precise. You've seen the folds. So I'm super stoked to be a part of this team. I think it's been a great thing for the four-drive scene in Queensland, so that you can bring more great products especially to the coast. It's a hub for four-drive, so it should be a cool thing. And you don't have to be travelling all over the world to get it. You can come straight to Sunny Coast, get all your stuff. And if you're even from down New South Wales, come up on holiday, get it. It's easy. We can make things happen. But that's it, I guess. Long story short, thank you very much. Appreciate having me. We went out for a few beverages and some briskets and stuff last night, so it was super cool. So if you do have time, come down and see Nick. They're probably super busy, but if you have time in your Port Macquarie, come and see them. There's going to be a Brendale store as well. I'll find out the details of that and I'll drop that in the description as well, so you can go there and have a look. But otherwise, we're going to have probably these things sitting on the shelf ready to go into cars at the shop, so you come and see me and I can show you through them as well. But yeah, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Sweet, no worries, thanks for coming.